No craziness. I think I'm a couple minutes early. I'm not sure how I've got this. Oh, let me turn my light on. There we go. Get a little light on in this room. It's kind of dark in here sometimes. So, let me see what we got going on here. I've already started. Let's see here. I found it. Okay, so I turn my volume off so I don't have an echo. Yay! 6:28. I'm a couple minutes early. It's just fine because I can clean my hand and open the inks and get ready to get started. Tonight is Club Couture. I got to work at home again. It was, well, this morning, it was still, there was like fresh snow and still icy on the roads and stuff. And I drive a little marshmallow, a little black marshmallow. So I stayed home and worked at home. So another day of a casual shirt and my stretchy pants. No makeup. Hi, Tracy. So, but a lot of work to do. It seems to be harder at home because at work I have 3 monitors that I use, and at home I have just the little laptop. And so it's a little bit of an adjustment, but I like it. Sorry, I got a message. I have to get with her later. We are getting things prepared for a craft fair in April, and it's a pretty big deal. So it's our first big deal craft fair. Normally we do little church fairs and things like that, so we're pretty excited. I'm gonna get these lids out of the way. So the colors are going to be just a touch different than what comes with the Club Couture. So we're gonna chat about that a little bit. I didn't print a picture. I was gonna print a picture and I totally forgot. Hi, I'm Audra with Chalk Couture, and today we're going to talk about Club Couture. Is everybody having a good time? Anybody seen anything that they want? Can't live without? Been needing but didn't know where to find? I hope so. I hope so, because that's what we're here for, right? Okay, now, Club Couture is a subscription, $19.99 US every month. You receive a B-size transfer with 3 chalk paste packets. I'm just grabbing any 3. You get your transfer and you get your chalk paste, okay? They coordinate the colors and they give you some cute little colors to go with whatever your transfer is. And February's transfer this year is Take a Long Way Home, Find Joy in the Journey. And the colors that they are providing with this will be Berry, Lakeshore, which is kind of a light blue, and I just drew a blank. Berry, Lakeshore, Berry, oh, Ocean Mist. So this is the Ocean Mist. Okay, and this is not the paste though, this is the ink, because tonight we're inking. And the berry is similar to this. This is not actually berry, this is fig. So that's similar to the berry that's being offered with your Club Couture. And then the Lakeshore is a light blue. So I've got some cadet and some white, and I'm going to mix cadet and white together and make a light blue. And then when you see the actual video that comes, you get a link to a video that shows you an idea on what you can do with the Club Couture. It is done on this frame right here, this Aiden frame. I gotta figure out what I do with my other one. I have to, I don't know where I put my other one, but it's on that frame, and they use those 3 colors, plus they use the white for a couple places on the transfer. But I'm not using that tonight. I usually like to do what they show, but tonight I wanted to do something a little different. Partly because I had a question about colors last night during the Chalking 101 live, about whether or not you can use multiple colors or if it's just one color. So I'm going to show this transfer done with multiple colors, but I'm also going to show how you can mix colors together to make whatever you would like to make with your colors. So if you're a mixologist or a colorist, or I don't know what it's called, when you like to experiment with your paints, and take colors you have and make something new, that's something that can also be done with these. So Club Couture, remember, through the month of February, anybody who subscribes will receive 5 of these, but they will be retired ones. You cannot buy these. The only way you can get these is subscribe. They make the designs each month specifically for Club Couture and Club Couture only. And they have the retired ones from previous years available, where they will be sending 5 from 2021 to anybody who subscribes during the month of February. So you'll get, it's a 3-month commitment, and then after that it goes month to month. So for 3 months you will receive your 3 transfers plus 5, so that's 8 transfers in 3 months for $19.99 a month. Not bad when you consider you get 8 to 12 uses out of these, and you can use them on just about anything to make whatever you want to make. And yeah, that's it. Plus, what else you get? Oh, okay, no shipping on these. I'm forgetting everything. No shipping on these. Whenever you place any other order on my Chalk site that is not Club Couture, your shipping is a flat rate of $4.95 US dollars. I'm trying to remember Canada dollars, and I'm drawing a blank. And you get extra perks and sales that go on like this 5 free transfers, things that are done specifically for Chalk Couture people. Those who are already members will also receive 5 free transfers if they place a Chalk site order of $60 or more, 60 US dollars or more, which is basically equivalent to 3 months of Club Couture. So it's all balanced out. Everybody gets the same deal. So, all right, let's get started. So I'm going to lower the camera down to the table so you can see everything I've got going on here. I didn't quite clean up from work all the way like I thought I did. A lot going on today here on my desk. And that's great. I love it. Okay, so here we go. If you tend to get dizzy or lightheaded, motion sickness, whatever, close your eyes and I'll let you know as soon as the camera is positioned in the right angle. Okay, here we go. Start lowering. And then I have to wait for the computer to catch up. And I believe, yep, that's as low as it's going to go. Go a little bit more. Okay, I think that's it. That's what we're going to get. I got to figure out what I did to my tripod. Maybe I lowered it too low because maybe the handle's getting stuck on the leg. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. So today we're going to ink. And I want to ink this design, this February design, onto this cute little tote bag. Okay? I need to iron the tote bag because it's nice and wrinkled, and I'll take care of that in just a second. So let's do that first before we try to do anything else. And I don't have an iron with me because I went out and bought, I started making a whole bunch of towels and shirts, and so I bought myself a heat press. And so I'm just going to use my heat press. It's been heating up. Oops, I didn't need to do that. I've got it set to 305 for when it comes time to set the ink. And so right now I'm just going to flatten it out a little bit. There we go. I think I'll use this side. And I'm thinking about whether I want to put, I've got some fabric glue and I might want to glue some ribbon across the top. I don't know about that yet. I have to decide. I want to put the design on it first and then decide if it'll be too much to add anymore. This is our inking mat, and as you can see, I've used it quite a bit. It's a little on the sticky side, and this will be placed in between the two layers. If I'm doing a shirt, it would be inside the shirt. If I'm doing a towel, it would be under the towel, or if I'm doing a pillowcase or this bag, it's inside. That way, the sticky part will be on the layer that you are inking on, and it won't move around too much on you, and it will keep it from seeping through to the other layer. Okay, I'm going to take that out of the way because I use that for heating. Okay, now I'm going to take this out of the wrap. I haven't mixed my colors yet. So I need to write on the back of this. I'm going to take the long way home. That way if I'm ever doing more than one of this size at the same time, I'll know which one goes to which backing. It's not very necessary, but it's just an OCD with me. I just can't help it. I'm not going to worry about fuzzing because this is going to be on fabric. Okay, so there's no need to fuzz under transfer for that. So now the other reason I wrote that on the back is because when you wash your transfer and let it dry after it's ready to be put away, you'll need to replace it back onto your backing, and you want to make sure that you do not put it on this matte side. It's very important that it goes on the high gloss side. Okay, I've accidentally put it on here, and I almost ruined my transfer stretching it out trying to get it off of here. It's just virtually impossible to do, so I'm extra careful now. I want to, I have a little ruler right here. No, I don't. It's on the other side of the room because I was trying to hang a shelf. So I'm going to use my tape measure. 1.5 inches. Just over 1.5 inches. It's not perfectly centered, but I think it's close enough. And now this is 3 inches, and that's going to be more than 3 inches. But let's see, when we open it, yeah. So I'm going to want to lower that a little bit more. Flatten that back out. And make it a little bit lower. Before I push it down. Okay. I think that will do right there. And then double check this side to this side. tiny bit over. Okay, that should do it. Now I'm going to take my transfer from the center and just go out. And I'm going to make sure there's no air bubbles. The air bubbles can cause the design to bleed, and then we definitely don't want it to bleed. And what I like to do too is just kind of pay special attention, you know, around the design, just to be sure it's good and secure on the fabric so that the paste will not bleed underneath. The ink, this is ink. Ink on fabric is not very forgiving, so you have to be really careful about what you're doing. So first, I want to move that out of the way, and I want to take my cadet and put just a little bit in here. I don't need a whole lot because there's not a whole lot that's going to be done. And then I want to take some white. And mix them together. So I'm taking cadet and bright white ink. I just want to lighten up the blue. I don't have the Lakeshore. It's a brand new color. And I'm holding off on placing my order until the launch on the 8th. They're launching a whole bunch of new things for the spring and summer line on the 8th. And so if I'm not careful, I will jump on every week. Hi, Patricia. So I have to make do with what I have, right? Which is easy to do because let me get a paper towel. We just need to be a little creative. That's still not as dark as I want, or light as I want it. I think though, I mean, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect like what is in the picture. And I think this is a good shade, a good, you know, degree of brightness for the rest of the colors too. I think I'm going to I never do anything in a neat manner. It's always messy. I've watched people mix their paste and they don't have this issue that I'm having right now. I just do it. I do everything the hard way. It just makes life more interesting, right? All right, so Storm, Fig, Ocean Mist, and Cadet mixed with white. Now I'm going to move the Cadet and the white out of the way so that I don't accidentally make a bigger mess than I already have. All right, my hands are clean before I touch the bag, and I'm going to be extra particular about that because, yes, you can mix colors together to make any shade you want. And so that's something I wanted to show you as well. All right, here we go. So here's the February design. I'm making extra sure. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Let's do this. All right, so now, see right here, I don't know if you can see this teeny tiny little basket right there. I want to do the basket with the fig and the flowers with this blue that we just mixed. And so I have this right here. I've purchased a few of these and I've cut them up. So I have this one cut this tiny, and I also have this detail tool that's really tiny as well. So I can use these to do these tiny little pieces right here. The bike I'm going to do in Storm, and then the rest is going to be done with the other different colors. So I think what I'll do is I'll start down here and work my way up. So I want to do this part here in Ocean Mist, and it's just like paste. The ink is just like the paste. You just spread it on there wherever you want your certain colors, just like buttering toast. And again, these colors are similar to what will come with your transfer, your February transfer, the 3 colors, 1, 2, and 3. Every month it comes with 3 colors. You want to make sure you cover all of the screened area. I'm trying to be careful because I want my words to be different color than the frame here. I don't know what else to call it. I'm just calling it a frame. I want these to be this Ocean Mist as well. I want the words to stand out. There we go. I'm just making sure I get a good coverage on all of the screened area. Okay. And then, well, I guess I need my lids. Put my squeegee on. I want this to go on the words. I'm going to use one of my cut squeegees. I might not have done enough. Hey Patricia, it's your fault. I started season 1 again last night. It's fun to go back and see them when they were young and they first started doing it, as opposed to how they looked towards the end of it all, you know? So, then I want to do this in Storm. I'm leaving the excess on there right now because I don't want it to dry out before I finish. Ink doesn't dry as fast as the paste does, but I don't want to take any chances. I just want to leave it on there nice and thick. Let it soak through the screening and into the fabric, and then we're going to heat set it. And once we heat set it, it's permanent. Season 14, almost to 15. Oh gosh, yes. I tend to do that more with Gilmore Girls. Start all over again. Okay, now I need to take it off my hand. Then I want to do this part in the Ocean Mist again. It's kind of a narrow area right there. So I'm going to use this to catch that. Kind of want to, sorry, I'm concentrating, it's a small area. And then I'm going to do the bike in Storm. I messed up a little bit. I wanted to do my lines underneath the words down there in Berry, but I'm going to fix that. I can fix that. So I don't want to get the basket. The basket's going to be a different color. I feel like I'm coloring in one of those adult coloring books when I'm doing it like this. Make sure I get the tires all the way. Okay. And then I'm going to take my detail tool. I'm using Fig. The Fig is going to go right here on the basket. I was calling it Berry because that's what's coming in your, that's what will come in your February Club Couture. Now this, I want to change it up a little bit. I had planned on putting Fig in here and I totally forgot. So I'm going to scrape off this Ocean Mist. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the Fig and just put it over it. I think it'll be it'll still be pretty. There we go. Okay. Then I want to finish off this. I almost forgot. I need a little bit more of the blue for the teeny tiny flowers right there. Okay. And then all right. Now, let's see. I have to make sure I put this back in the right containers. So, I want to scrape off any of the excess that was left behind, because we don't need to leave a whole lot on here. This. Okay. I'm just putting the excess back in the jar. See? Just going back in the jar. Now, we have a little community, a little chalk family is what we like to call it, on Facebook, where the designers will sign up each month to do a project with the Club Couture Design, and it's pretty awesome to see all the different things that everybody comes up with, and it gives all kinds of ideas. Plus, there are people that are not designers that do their own thing as well, and they love to share their pictures, and we love to see it. So if you would be interested in checking that out, just type in Circle of Chalk. Circle of Chalk. C-H-A-L-K. And I can send you an invite. I don't know where to put all these. To the family. To join the family. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Ooh, so far so good. So far so good. I see a little corner I want to touch up right there. One of the reasons I want to peel back slowly is for that specific reason right there. I saw a little corner I wanted to touch up. I love the way that turned out. I didn't do that on purpose. That wasn't the plan. Okay, I see a couple areas. I'm going to do that after the fact. And there we have it. I will wash the transfer after we are finished. I need to make sure. I got a little bit of ink right there. Okay. So, there's a couple spots that I want to touch up. So I'm going to use my detail tool after I wash it off and get the ink off my hands. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of ink in a couple spots that I pulled up. And the reason it came up was because I took a very long time to do it, and it kind of stuck to the screen. That's it. Just a couple tiny spots. No big deal. There's all kinds of ways to fix it, if it happens to you. Now I want to use the Storm touch up the bike that I missed a couple spots on. Sometimes when I'm doing these projects, I don't see all the screening because my eyes aren't always the best, and so I miss spots. But again, it's easy to fix. Look at this. Okay? I love it. All right, so now I'm going to set that right there, and I'm going to avoid a catastrophe by picking all of this up and getting it off the table. So that I don't get it on my bag in a spot where I don't want it. So how was everybody's Friday? It's Friday. Did you have a good day at work or just a good day in general? Did you get to see new things at the event? Has there been something that you've seen that you never heard of before? Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Patricia. Is there something, is there a new product, a new to you product that you've seen in the event so far? Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I don't want to get any on my bag. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm going to take my little heat tool and I'm going to take a few seconds to dry this. It's not going to dry it all the way necessarily. I just kind of want to set it and remove the tackiness as much as possible. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So if you go on the site for Club Couture and you look at the picture that they have posted with the project that was done in corporate, this is close to what they'll have as far as colors go. It is on a black background, so they did the words and the bike in white. But otherwise, they used berry, they used the ocean, the lakeshore, which is a light blue. And this is probably darker than theirs, but I like it. I think it works great with these colors. And then they used ocean mist. Those are the three colors you will get. Berry, lakeshore, and ocean mist. Now I'm going to take this out. And it is time. It's time to heat set it. So, if you don't have a heat press, you can do this with an iron. And all you have to do is, of course, get your ironing board out and set your iron to a cotton temperature. And then, I have these out trying to flatten them. You take some parchment paper. Yes, Patricia, you can use it on t-shirts as well. I'll show you my shirt that I'm wearing when I'm done here. I'm putting a parchment paper inside. Okay, inside the bag, and then I'm going to place the parchment paper on top of my design, okay? Now, if I had an iron, I would take my iron and I would iron over this for 4 minutes, okay? And then I would turn it inside out, put the parchment paper inside, put the parchment paper on top, iron over it for another 4 minutes. However, I cheat. I cheat. And I use a heat press. And at 305, it takes 30 seconds. Same time, 4 minutes if you're using an iron. If you're using a heat press like this, it's 30 seconds on each side. 4 minutes on each side with an iron, 30 seconds on each side with a heat press. So we have 7 more seconds. Now, when I take this off of here and I pull the paper up, if it sticks, then I'll do it one more time. It did not stick. So that tells me it's done on that side. Then I will take this out. Flip this inside out. Okay, the design is on top. I'm going to put this back inside the bag. And then put this on top. Not wax paper, only parchment paper, okay? And then heat set this side. Either 4 minutes with your iron or 30 seconds with your heat press. How long does it last on shirts? I have a shirt that I made in my closet. I made it last March, and I've worn it, I couldn't tell you how many times, and I've washed it, I couldn't tell you how many times, and I'll be more than happy to go grab it and show it to you. It is still in as good condition now as it was a year ago. I love the shirt. I love wearing it. Alright, so this is finished. Unless I decide I want to embellish it some more with some ribbon. But now I've got this cute little tote bag that I made with the February design. Okay, let me lift up the camera a little bit, and I'll show you my shirt. Okay, here we go. If you get dizzy, close your eyes. I have to wait for the computer to catch up before I know where it is. Okay. You can't see it. Lower you just a little bit. See this shirt right here? Inspire, Imagine. This is one of our transfer designs. It says Inspire, Imagine. And I made this shirt and decided I really loved it, and I wanted to put my logo on the sleeve, and I messed up the logo. But there's no getting it out because it's permanent. So I wear this at home only. I'll be happy to go get my other shirt. Let me go get it. Okay, it's in the wash because I wore it again. But it is just as good now as it was a year ago, and I'll be sure to wear it for one of my lives so you can see it. But this is it. I mean, this is done. And I can wash this and it'll be fine. You can make towels, shirts, bags, pillowcases. I've done little designs on table runners, you know, just to kind of add to it a little bit. All kinds of ways that you can do with the ink. The ink can also be done on glass and heat set in the oven. There are other things that people do it on. I haven't tried anything else. I've only done glass and fabric and that kind of thing. So that's it. I just wanted to show you one way to do the Club Couture Design for February, and to remind you that there are 5 free transfers waiting for you when you subscribe to your monthly subscription of your couture. Also, the newsletter, if you want to be put into a drawing for a $100 shopping spree, just go onto my website, and I'll put the link in there in the description. Go on, the first thing you'll see is where you put your first name, your last name, and your email address, and once a month you'll receive a newsletter with tips and tricks and all kinds of things, and you will be entered into the drawing for a $100 shopping spree. Can't beat $100 worth of stuff for free, right? Just for putting your name in. Yes, thank you, Patricia. I'm so excited. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. All right, that's it for tonight. And tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow. I haven't figured that out yet. I might be. I'll put a post in the one. There's a post in there that shows where you can put the time that you're going to be live. So if I come up with a new fun thing to do, I'll go live tomorrow and show you. Okay, have fun, enjoy the event. Just let me know if you have any questions. How do you get the other thing free if you have to join to sell? I'm not sure what your question is. If you subscribe to Club Couture, you get 5 free transfers. If you subscribe to the newsletter, you get into a drawing for $100 worth of free, $100 shopping spree. The Club Couture, how do you get the other thing? I'll private message you, Patricia, so I can be sure that I'm clear on what you're asking. And that way I don't give you the wrong information. Oh, okay. The link is in the description. It should say www.chalkcouture.com/a+/club. You just go to that link, and then you just fill in the little form, and they'll get you all set up. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll check in with you, Patricia, before the night is over. And yes, I will probably be watching more of season 1 before I go to sleep. All right, bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. All right, enjoy yourselves. I hope you find everything you need and want. All right, bye-bye.